adorable.
I love it.
Go on,
I lost it whenever Jennifer L. Armentrout liked one of my pictures. I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. But
I fangirled because Sarah McLean followed me last year. And I was just like,
that's so cool.
That is so
and then
cool.
Jen Procop follows me, but like one of my friends is friends with Jen, so I'm like tangentially like, hi.
I about died. I did an Ice Planet Barbarians video, and Ruby Dixon shared it on her Facebook page.
Did you tag her on Instagram or something?
I did a hashtag.
Okay.
I didn't tag her directly. And I was excited, and then like it was like all of like her super fans were like nitpicking my ranking of the book. I was like,
they did it to Ice Planet Pod too. Like they're like super nasty about Ice Planet Pod, and I'm like, literally that podcast was made with so much love for the series. Like, how are you gonna be mean?
Right. So, anyways, hey everybody, woo! Welcome to Readalong, the first one of 2021. I hope your 2021 is going way better than 2020. We're going to do some reading sprints, so I'll let the ladies introduce themselves, and we'll get going.
Hi, I'm Steph from the Novelty Corner. I read mostly romance now, but I also read other bits and pieces every now and then.
And what you're reading tonight? Or I guess
I'm reading The Road Not Taken by Sarah McLean.
Ah, favorites.
Looking forward to it.
Hello, I'm Izzy from Happy for Now. I'm going to be reading not romance tonight. I'm going to be working on Alatsoe by Darcy Little Badger, which is like a YA something adventure. I don't know. I wanted to read it last year and I never got around to it, so now I'm doing it.
Yay!
Hey, I'm Megan, or Meowth Vader, and I read pretty much only romance and manga. But my manga is just like all over the place, like horror, romance, shonen. And I am reading Kimi ni Toroke Volume 9 because I finished Volume 8 when I was supposed to be doing work.
My name is Katie. My channel name is also Katie McPike. A little boring over here, but I read mainly romance and a few thriller mysteries here and there. Tonight I'm reading Little Dove by Layla Frost. Very good.
I've heard of that one.
You have it?
Mm-mm.
Really? Oh, it's got some daddy kink in there. So.
Interesting.
I'm Kayla from On the Fritz, and I just started my first book today for 2021, and I'm reading Raven's Return by Ruby Dixon. It's an Ice Planet, Ice Home book, and yeah, I'm having a good time. So let us know what you're reading in the chat. I think we'll start. What's the 40-minute one?
Hold on. I was not prepared.
I'm hosting. I should be prepared.
8:14 if we start right now.
Okay. There we go. Happy reading, y'all. Alrighty, Roo. Try not to scare anybody. I always jump when other people are doing it.
There's about to be a confession, but I've thought that 5 times, and it's never a love confession. So.
Aww.
I know. I was like 6, 7, and 8 have been just like me, just like heartbroken and frustrated for these little high school children.
Do you think there'll be an HGA at the end of the series, or is it just gonna?
I think so. I'm gonna be real upset if it's not. It's a shoujo. It should have one.
Right. Yeah. They're just taking you through the emotions till you get there.
There's also 30 volumes, and if it takes 30 volumes for them to get together, I'm gonna be real mad.
Yeah.
No,
They totally get together at the finale.
Mm-hmm.
30. Wow. Yeah, that's it.
That's a lot.
How was reads?
Yeah, good. I'm enjoying the road we're taking.
mine's good. I'm almost done with it. I'm at 92%. I should be done with it today. Can I make a confession? I've never read any manga or anything of that.
Good. It's good.
Somebody has to tell me where to start, and I'll start there.
Fruits Basket is always my recommendation, or on High School Host Club.
Yeah.
Do you like drama or comedy?
Drama.
Fruits Basket.
Okay. How would I put it down? Yes. Okay. I'll start it. Everyone talks about it, and it's very interested. But
Mm-hmm.
You could also try like some of the dirtier mangas if you wanted.
That's true.
Like Fire in His Fingertips has graphic on-page action.
Sweat and Soap is also really good.
Sweat and Soap is also really, really good. It's slice of life love story.
Pen and paper.
oh my God,
But like they get it on real fast.
They do. It's not as graphic as Fire in His Fingertips, but it's pretty graphic. That's the fun part. Sometimes you pick things up and you find out, oh.
Yeah, I thought Sweat and Soap was just like cute romance, and then I started reading it and I'm like, oh, that's what this is.
I'm the same response.
I've seen the wrapped up one, so I'm like, okay, that one's obviously dirty because they're not letting us flip through the pages in store.
Yep.
Haven't read one.
Tamika sent me pictures of Fire in His Fingertips, and I was like, oh, that's
it.
It's like, that's a dirty book. I don't know why I'm looking at it. It's way different than reading it. I got a little further into Alatsue. I think it's a really good book so far. It's very interesting. It's like a magical world situation, but it's Earth. Like they're in the States. And I like how they're tying in all the her tribe's like knowledge, if that makes sense, like their history and belief systems. So we'll see. I'm only like 13% in.
I've heard good things about that one though.
Yeah, I have too. Everyone says it's basically perfect. So so far it's extremely well written. I'm very impressed by how well written it is because it's a debut. So
Cool.
And ghost dogs. So what's not to love?
I'm 67% into Raven's Return, and it is so good. I mean, I love iPhone. That's my favorite of Ruby Dixon. But this one is like a little. Our heroine's a little freaky, so this one's a little extra spicy. So and it hasn't like gone all the way yet. So
Have we had a heroine that's like a little into the kink before?
not yet. So I think she's alluded that what's her name? She hasn't gotten her. She's the last Ice Planet to get her book. I can't think of her name, but one of the original Ice Planet girls apparently like to get likes her ass getting slapped and stuff like that. So I mean, I think that's like the kinkiest we've gotten. So Raven's the kinkiest girl of.
Oh, I can't wait to get there.
Yeah, so it's good. I mean, it's nothing like crazy. I mean, like I said, they haven't gone all the way yet, so I'm not sure how.
I mean, they're on a nice planet. There's only so much you could do with
Right.
them.
But it's good. Ruby Dixon's good. Like, I like to, I don't know, like, I want to binge her book right when they come out, but I also want to like, save them for when I'm in a reading club. So
That's why I haven't read Ice Home yet, because I'm saving it.
so good.
I know it is, and I'm excited too, but I definitely feel like I need to save it for like when I'm feeling slumpy this year.
Yeah, it's good for slumps. So many people, I just want to comment, so many people are reading A Heart of Blood and Ashes. Like,
Because it's good.
I haven't read it, so I don't know.
I've got it.
I haven't read it either.
I haven't started it.
yeah. I mean, I know I'll love it because I love fantasy. But it just seems like everyone.
I feel like I need to read it because everyone talks about it. So that needs to be on my TBR, for sure. And I see it.
I think it was in my favorites list. I don't remember my favorites. I just posted them and I don't remember what's on the list. So I'm just going to say you should read it. If you don't like high fantasy or have no interest in fantasy, don't read it because it's not going to be up your alley. It's very world building heavy, but I really think it's worth the read. The audiobook's really good too.
Yes.
That's what scares me about it. I'm not a fantasy reader, so
You could try
But I've got it.
audio, maybe.
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of fun to read a romance that's like with like that solid of world building, in my opinion, that reminds you of a fantasy book.
Yeah, you don't get those too often where there's like a large fantasy build in the world.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And I got A Hunger Like No Other from my library. So
Yay.
Join the read along.
Let me know if you like it, because apparently I'm the only person who hates that book.
Oh yeah, it doesn't like
Why?
Megan, you're not. Well, I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as other people.
I gave
did.
it 3 stars on my first read. So
Yeah, I think
I literally DNF'd it the first time I read it. I got like 70% in and was just like, I can't take it anymore. And then I tried again, and I was still just like, it wasn't worth it.
What was not your favorite about it? What was not something you enjoyed about it?
I guess I didn't like both the hero and the heroine. Like, I felt like she was way too meek and kind of just like going along with it. And then I felt like he was just way too alpha and like controlling.
it's very
It's a lot.
on both sides.
I find that a lot with the first books in large paranormal series as well. Sometimes you have to sort of get through the first one because they do a lot of the initial stuff before they settle in.
Yeah. I think it's interesting having read all of the Mortal series. Like you do see like a variance in like all the heroines as far as like what kind of character they are, and then I feel like the heroes you're pretty much gonna get varying degrees of alphas. There's no soft boys. It's just not happening. But I like it. I'm actually enjoying it more my second go around because I'm seeing a lot of things that I missed not having read the whole series.
Yeah.
But I totally get not liking it also. It's a book that it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is. I mean, I wanted to give it 5 stars, but those same reasons. Like, I like the way, I just love the way Chris Nicole writes,
Mhm.
but he was extremely alpha and she was very weak, and so that's why I didn't rate it higher for those same reasons.
I also look at it as like it came out in like early 2000s during like the paranormal like craze, and like that's what heroes were in books then. So the ability to stretch the mold is not there yet like we have now. So
Yeah, they definitely get way better. And I read them before, and then I stumbled upon the Fated Mates podcast, so I went back, and it does enhance the experience because they really dissect the book and everything. But yeah, I totally agree. Like the first 2 books, you kind of have to trudge through, and then the series just gets
Naomi and Sabine are like my 2 favorite heroes as well. Justin, she just said our heroines. Those are my 2 favorites.
Look, if I finish my books for the Psy Changeling series and I have time to do yours, and I'll do yours.
I mean, that's literally what I'm doing. I'm reading all the Mortals After Darks, and then I'm switching to go try and read the Changeling books.
I love that. That takes me back. So when my very first romance book was The Warlord Wants Forever, which is like the prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that one too.
That's my very first romance book. So I was tag teaming Immortals After Dark and Side Changeling from whatever I can get in my library. And so I just loved Immortals After Dark because of the steam. Like, it is steamy, it is good. Where Side Changeling is more world building. There's a lot of different POVs.
Yeah.
It does get steamy, but you kind of have to work for it. Where Immortals After Dark, it just
It's just bananas. Like, those first few books are like parallel timelines, and then you open up to like the games, and then you get to Murder Island, and you're just like, holy shit. It's a lot.
Here for the steam.
Oh, also, one of you help me figure out how to live stream, because I host the first live, and I have no idea how to do it on YouTube. I only know how to do it on Twitch.
It's easy. I did it the first time yesterday.
All you have to do is open up StreamYard and set it up.
Okay, I'll try.
Nicole made like an easy how-to. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
It's really easy. I haven't tried doing just straight YouTube. I feel like someone did it and they said it was a little clunky.
I think Jen did it and she couldn't see comments, or was she on StreamYard?
I don't remember. I know someone had it live and they were on the YouTube and they didn't like it as much. So, but
yeah, I've never tried YouTube live. I've never even tried. I mean, I know how to stream to Twitch. I've never even figured that out on YouTube, how to stream to YouTube. So,
to like
pretty friendly, I guess.
Yeah, I like to play games or that. I have no idea how that works. I know you can. I don't know how it works.
Side Changeling's the best.
I need the full. Are you doing into the 3D or is it just the original series?
Just the original. I think we're going to book 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read the original series. I haven't continued on yet just because, like, it's a lot. Like, it's an investment. You get to know all the characters appear in all of the books. Like, there's so many different big bads that play in, and it's very fulfilling. But I need to pick it back up. But because even though
I read to book 5 and stopped, so now I'm restarting.
Yeah.
But like, I loved book 1 and I loved book 3, so I was like, yes.
Love book 3, but I've read up to the most recent one and it's really good.
Yeah, I need to continue.
I'm excited to start it. Either with y'all or afterwards. I don't know. I don't know if I can do 2 at a time.
Never read it though? Wow.
I'll probably do reading logs for it if I read it all, like, after.
Honestly, it's my comfort read series. It's the one I go back to when I just want to read something that I know I'm going to enjoy.
That's always fun. I love that. I need Monroe, like, really badly.
I know. It's been, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
At least 4 years?
I wonder if she's about to wrap the series. I wonder if it's going to be Monroe in, like, one more book and she's done.
Yeah, but that's a huge time gap. Like,
I know.
She be okay? Is she writing other things under a pen name, maybe? Or, yeah.
She's silent on the internet, so.
No, it's so weird.
I think we're going to get to, like, 20, and she's going to be like, all right, I'm done. I just can't even imagine writing that many books. Like, it's, yeah.
I'm literally reading these just to get to bears. I'm not gonna lie. Bear shifters are my fave.
Which is in not even the original.
Bear shifters, always.
They're cute.
The next book in the Honey Badger saga comes out this year, and I'm super excited. There are bears. So many bears.
Did you read Ruby Dixon's Bear Shifter book?
Did I read what?
Ruby Dixon's Bear Shifter.
I didn't. I learned recently that Ruby Dixon had bear shifters, and I need to read it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
She does?
Yeah.
I did not realize.
Yeah, they're pre Ice Planet Barbarians, I think.
Hmm.
Early.
That's interesting. I did not realize.
Yeah, there's only one. You're reading this like 20 book series to get to this one.
I'll do it.
It'll be worth it.
It will be worth it for the one bear.
Oh man.
I am so out of the loop with this whole series. I need to look this up.
Which one?
Okay.
Like,
Yes. Well, then also Ice Planet Barbarians and all of. Okay.
there's
I'm looking it up on Goodreads. Okay. Well, I mean, everything y'all are saying sounds like something I would enjoy.
I liked this one more than the Archangels series.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you read Ice Planet, just go in knowing book one is a lot. And then it totally changes tones.
Oh,
after
Ruby
book one.
Dixon? Yeah, no, Ice Planet.
Ruby Dixon.
Yeah.
I think I read the Dragon Shifters. I read Dragon Shifters and Ice Planet and Ruby Dixon's.
Yes, I've also I've read Angel's Blood. I haven't really got to the next one because I don't know. And he said there wasn't like a lot of like romance to it. And it was like
I did not like book two that much for the Guild Hunter series.
And I was kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I probably would go back to it, but I felt like at that moment, I'm a real mood reader. I was like, I need something more. You know what I mean?
I don't know, Steph, if you've read all of the Guild Hunters.
Yeah.
So I felt like book two was like you're getting a lot of info for later.
Yeah.
And that was why I didn't like it. Like
I like it when the book starts shifting from Elena and Raphael to the other characters, and then you get sort of more discrete romance stories between different characters. But they do circle back into Elena and Raphael a lot. The most recent one wasn't though, and I actually quite liked it. It was kind of like an interlude, sort of a side step for the series, and I really liked that one.
Sometimes it's nice to have like a little bit of a beat from like the main couple, and just to see like what else is going on in that world.
Yeah, and I like that. I wasn't when I picked it up the wrong time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, this is not what I wanted. This was just
I think
world building.
Is it the same couple throughout books?
No, you get different couples, but they do come back to sort of the main one that starts off the series. But to me, it feels it's more urban fantasy, on the more urban fantasy side than it is on the romance side.
Weren't the first 3 books about the couple though? Like that's all I read, and then I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so. And then they start shifting to the side characters or supporting cast.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish it at some point. I was going to finish that first, but I think I'm going to pivot to Side Changeling and then go back to Guild Hunters and like restart it and actually like read it all.
Yeah, I haven't started. I've just read Changeling by Melanie, but I'll get there someday.
Eventually, there's too many books.
There are.
Overwhelmed.
And it's the series of it all. There's so many in the series. It's like, how are you ever going to get them all read? Never going to be caught.
Yeah, and I'm like a binger, so like I need to binge my series, otherwise I won't finish them. And then, but then I get burnt out. So I'm like, I'll binge through like 17 books, and like if I don't have book 18 from the library right away, I'll move on to something else. And I'll never come back. So it's hard. And then the years pass, and so it's like, okay, can I pick up book 18 and be good to go, or should I start over at book 1?
Oh gosh.
I'm not a reader, so it's like I don't want to reread the series just to continue on.
Yeah, no, I try to time it. I'm hoping we finish the Immortals After Dark read along and are able to transition into Monroe within like a year, and then I'll be fine.
I hope so. Well, she dropped the cover
and then Silence.
Like last winter. Like I feel like it was recently, but I was like, no, I think it was like last winter. And that was a year ago.
It was like coming summer 2020.
Yeah.
And then Silence.
Ugh.
The worst.
But yeah, dead silence. Like nothing. So alrighty, well thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Next week, I believe, is on Crystals panel. Keep in mind, there is we added today on Discord a channel, so if you're a booktuber, you can access the Google Doc, and if you want to host one of these, sign up, or if you want to just be on, participate.
Yeah, I made a new slot, so it's easy to find and not buried.
Right. So yeah, and yes, we'll see you guys on Crystal's channel next week, and yeah, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.